The Boys Who Woke Up Early is his debut novel, and he is working on a sequel. Please welcome A.D. Hopkins. Thank you.
They told me I could try out something from the new novel on this audience, so if you don't like it, I hope you'll tell me. If you do like it, I hope you'll tell me too. Your answer depends on whether I include it in the novel. Finally will depend on your answer, probably. This is immediately about the two of the main characters from the first novel. They did not leave the town of Early until nearly 5 p.m., so it was long after dark when they turned into the private road on the big farm where the Woolwines lived. Laura's instructions were hard to follow, and while Mary Lou read them aloud, the car's interior light burned out. They stopped along a dirt farm road while Stoney held a flashlight over the hand-drawn map. A dark blue Ford pickup roared past and skidded to a stop on the dirt ahead, parking diagonally across the road so they could not pass. A tall man stepped out of the pickup wearing hammer loop jeans, a tan work shirt, and a red baseball cap without a team emblem. He strutted over to Stoney's car and demanded, "Where the hell you think you're going?" "We're going to visit Max and Laura Woolwine," Stoney answered through the rolled-down window. "Can you tell us where they live?" "Nobody you know lives around here," the tall man growled. "We've had enough hippies coming around here where they got no business. You wait here till I go call the sheriff." "I am a sheriff or a deputy in Early County, but I'm not looking for trouble. If you don't want us here, we'll leave," Stoney said. He noticed the pistol thrust pirate style in the man's waistband, so Stoney eased his own police revolver from under the seat and held it in his lap, ready to lift it and shoot if he had to. "You don't look like no deputy," said the bully, turning back toward his pickup. He called over his shoulder, "You sit your ass right there until I come back with a real one." "Don't believe I will," Stoney said. "I'm going to leave this truck where you can't get past it, and I've unlocked the gate behind you. You're stuck." So Stoney bluffed with a preposterous lie. "This car's got custom four-wheel drive with a power winch under the hood. If I can't drive around your truck, I can tow it out of the way. That ain't going to help your transmission any." Stoney was out of the car now with the car door between him and his harasser's pistol. Stoney had augmented the thin metal of the Chevrolet door, fitting behind its inside door panel a steel plate thick enough to stop bullets from most handguns. Stoney's police revolver was dark blue and thus invisible in the deep shadows of the car, where he held it along his leg, ready to raise it, point, and shoot. "This ain't right," the bully said. Then, to Stoney's surprise, he began crying. "This ain't right. All I tell you to do is wait till I go get somebody to arrest you, but you won't even do that. You got no business here, and you come up here shoving me around." Stoney had feared the man would reach for the gun in his waistband, and had he done it, Stoney would have shot him. But instead, the tall hillbilly pulled a bandana from his hip pocket, wiped his eyes, and blew his nose. "Hey, I'm sorry I upset you," Stoney said. "All we want to do is go see our friends, Max and Laura Woolwine." "Max and Laura? Well, why didn't you say so?" "I did say so," Stoney pointed out. "Shut up, Stoney," Mary Lou called softly from the passenger seat. "Give him room to back down." So Stoney shut up. The man in the pickup led the way to the Woolwine's house and blew his horn. "You got company," he called cheerfully as the Woolwine stepped onto the front porch. He waved out the truck window and drove away. When Stoney and Mary Lou approached the porch steps, Laura chuckled and spoke. "I see you met Mad Marvin. He's the farm manager, and he's so territorial I bet he pisses on the fence posts. His bark's pretty awful, but his bite's not so bad." There followed a marvelous evening of songs and Scotch whiskey. They had turned off the lamps and played by the light of a wood fire, so its limited flickering light under the made Max's banjo and Stoney's guitar and Mary Lou's song seemed to utterly fill the room. Mary Lou had a clear, warm alto voice, well trained in the choir of a country church, and sang his favorite old ballad lyrics. The tune that he played made the wild valleys ring. You could see waters gliding, hear the nightingale sing. And Stoney fancied he could actually do so. Then there were long hours alone with Mary Lou, sharing a feather bed Laura had inherited from her grandmother. Stoney had never been happier, and driving back to Early the next afternoon, Stoney thought about when and exactly how he would ask Mary Lou to marry him.